line?
Ralph, we have the line following. We have the amazing line challenge. Put a paper bag over it or something to block the RF.
Well, so this is the line maze, and if you were here 2 months ago, we ran this then too, and phase one was just to get through the maze from the start to the cheese, and it was inspired by a friend of mine who said that rats are really good at solving mazes, like the best animals on the planet, I guess, or something. Solving mazes are really smart. So I just thought sort of have those rat cheese theme for solving the mazes might be kind of fun. Anyway, so this is my little line maze spot that I've been working on for a while. It's basically like a line follower with some extra sensors to detect when you come to an intersection, if there's a left turn, right turn, or you go straight or whatever. I call him Ben. That's his name. His name is Ben. And that kind of thing. So phase one was just to eventually get out of the maze brute force, basically, like a left-hand rule or right-hand rule kind of brute force approach. Nothing too fancy. And then phase two is to learn the maze on your first pass, and then in the second pass, you go straight to the exit without making any wrong turns. So that's phase two. So we'll see how he does today. And so I do a little calibration routine on the sensors. Sort of, I compensate for different lighting and things like that. So we'll see how he does. Some tweaks on he uses the left-hand rule, so he'll take every left turn until he gets out, basically, assuming he does it correctly. Something like that. So the other option would be to do right-hand rule, which I have the code in there to do right-hand rule as well. I just do left-hand rule. And so off he goes. Yeah, I use blind followers, of course, which kind of go just around a circuit. That's an interesting circuit, I guess. But I like the idea of doing something a little more challenging than that. And you have to come up with a way to how do you do your math? How do you keep track of the turns and where the dead ends are, and all that stuff, and how to come up with a way to do that. That's interesting.
How did you do that?
It's top secret stuff. And it's interesting because I'm just using an Arduino. I don't have tons of horsepower, but I have some. I came up with an interesting approach that uses basically a 4-bit value for each intersection that I come to. And the first bit is, have I been there before or not? The other 3 bits map the 3 turn possibilities, left, straight, and right. That's pretty much it. And then if I hit a dead end like that, I sort of decrement the index and zero out the map values.
You just recognize that you got started
on the way back. So
you do what to the index?
Basically, as I'm going forward, I increment the index and I write down well, this is what I detected, what kind of intersection it is. And then if I hit a dead end, I start decrementing the index and basically zeroing out the values in the map so that it knows that there's no valid turns. Well, actually, it's a little more complicated than that. But I basically start Xing out the turns that are no good. So if I came back from a certain turn, like I turned left and I hit a dead end, and when I go back to that intersection, the bit that corresponds to the left turn, which is the 3rd bit, I zero that out so that it knows that wasn't a good turn. We just take the cheese.
Pretty damn exciting.
So now the acid test is.
Yeah, this is where the pressure's on.
As the pressure's on, does it go straight to the exit?
Yeah. Okay, not a single Looking good.
So far, so good.
Yeah. 2 more to go. And it's done.
That's much
Oh,
better.
yeah. That is so good.
I just got that working this morning.
Very nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so
That's great.
Oh my God!
yeah,
what's that thing?
if anybody wants to see my code or anything about how I did it, or happy to share,
That's
no
great.
problem.
Do you have a question? Oh, okay.
Are there any more amazing line challenge robots out there?
Hard to beat that one, man.
All right, we're going to do this again in October. That is challenge phase 3. The whole meeting is nothing but show and tell. the concept is this is an opportunity for you to build something, and of course we all know without a deadline nothing happens. So I want to thank everybody for coming out, and especially everybody who participated. Thank you very much.
This ends the formal part of the
This
show,
is the
Cam?
formal part of the show, yes. You can all relax
So
now.
I'm going to bring this back again
Wayne,
for
I've already
phase 3
closed
in
the
2
meeting.
months. And a subtle hint
Wayne
here,
needs to tell
but
people
these
something.
areas here, I can very quickly make loops out of these, and this one over here too. And so the idea is to, the level 3 is to be able to detect
Loops.
a loop. And if you're using right-hand or left-hand rule, you'll come back out of these, but you won't really detect it as a dead end necessarily. So when you go to do your second pass, you might actually come all the way up here before you turn and go all the way out again. So if you had some kind of odometry or some other way of determining that you just went around the loop and are back at the spot where you started the loop, you could then take that out of the map, potentially. So that's a little trickier to do, but that's the idea of these loops here.
That's neat.
For phase
I'm going
3.
to close the meeting now. Okay, so we just hang around until 10 and talk with one another. I have one request, and that is I put the box full of badges right at the door. So as you're walking out, just drop your badges in so we can reuse them the next time. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you all next week.